Good morning and welcome to One Yard Wednesday. Good morning, everybody. My name is Jody, your host for today, and I have a person we haven't seen for a while, Mr. Shayde. Say hello to the peoples. And Magic Mike. See, Michael is never far from me. So we brought him with today, even though he's not actually officially in the room with us. So let's give him a bigger head than what he already has, right?
Morning, everybody. Morning, Michael.
It's great having you here today, Mr. Shayde.
Thank you.
So if you are not familiar with this show, it is One Yard Wednesday, and this is where I bring you gray fabric at a really awesome price. So how this works is you sit back, you watch, listen to us chat and show you some amazing fabric. And then at the end of the show, the products will be live on our website. So you don't have to worry about like rushing off to buy something because you're afraid it's not going to be there. So we have a great show today. And I wanted to say, if you're new, can you please put in the chat if you're new to watching us? Because I want to know who you are and what brought you to us. Also, anybody who watches our show thinks that someone that they know wants to, please share that also. So let's look at quilts on set. So behind Shayde, we have a tailor, and it's got a ski theme, even though you really can't tell from here, but I thought tailor would be perfect for the quilt fabric I'm showing today. So that's tailor. Yeah, isn't that tailor awesome? I haven't made her yet. I need to. And then behind me is Velocity. And that one is out of our Stripology Squared book. I love this Velocity that's behind me because it has ocean-themed fabric, and I'm all about anything that brings me closer to water. So
it's beautiful.
Isn't that awesome?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So let's get to, I have a question. Okay, so my question today is sort of piggybacking off of the question that Gudrun asked last night about pizza.
Uh-oh.
So I feel like this is a controversial question depending on where you live in the country. So what is better, New York pizza or deep dish? And does it matter how the pizza is cut? What do you think, Shayde?
I'm a little biased. I am from New York, the city.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say, yeah, it does matter.
I think it matters. And here's why. I am also from the East Coast. I'm from Connecticut, and where I was actually born and raised was in New Haven, Connecticut. And they are known, very much known for their New Haven pizza. Like, people go there to have a New Haven pizza. So if Shayde, you want to show them what this, I think, is just the cheese New Haven pizza.
Right here, this one?
Yep. And, but the difference between a New Haven pizza and like a Chicago pizza is it's usually a thin crust.
Okay.
It's done in a wood fire type of grill or oven. So you'll always have that like burnt side. And then they always do like weird toppings. So they're known for clams on their pizza. I do not do that. That's not my thing. And anchovies are another one that they're known for, but they do different things. So whenever I go home, we try to go down and have a New York style pizza. But the other piece that is different about that is how they cut it. And this brings me to the question of, does it matter if it's cut in a pie shape or if it's cut in a square? So here in Minnesota, you cannot get a New Haven or New York style pizza. Yes, Jennifer. You get this. You get the square pizza. And I'll show you a picture of what this is. I hate eating a square pizza because then I actually have to touch the pizza. It's not what it's for. It does matter.
I don't mind it.
I know people really love it, and have I
don't
eaten it?
mind.
Yes, I have eaten it, but I prefer my pizza cut and apply shape. So the closest pizza to a New Haven pizza in Minnesota is Punch Pizza. Have you ever had Punch Pizza?
No.
It's
Never had it.
Neapolitan, so
Never heard of it.
It's so good.
Oh,
Love
wow.
it so much. But we have another controversy, and that is surrounding the deep dish. So let's see what the difference is. This is what a deep dish pizza looks like. And when I went to Chicago and had a deep dish, we ordered a deep dish pizza. I think we ate 2 slices of that pizza because it is so much. There's so much to a deep dish pizza. It's just crazy. So I am perpetuating the the controversy around pizza. I love pizza. If I had to pick one of my favorite foods, it would be pizza.
Who doesn't like pizza?
I don't know. Anybody not like pizza? Put that in the comments. Also, put in the comments if you prefer thin crust or New York or Chicago. We want to see all the answers out there. So that is, as long as it tastes like pizza. I don't care. I'm from England. So that is my question for today. Okay, enough about pizza. Let's get to fabric. But I first want to talk about last night on Tipsy Tuesday. If you have not watched it, Gudrun talked about our new long arming services. So if you did not know, we have started long arming services here at GE Designs. So will you put up the picture of that for me quick? So what makes our long arm services different is, number one, you get to see an estimate. So a lot of times when you bring in your quilt to be long armed, you don't always know what it's going to cost. You also don't know how long it's going to take. So what you do is you get to pick when you need your quilt back. So you will always know when that quilt will be done, and then when it will be shipped. So we're really, really, really excited about this. If you get a chance, go on our website. On the homepage, you will see GEZ Long Arming. Click on that, and in there you will fill out the actual application. It's like an application, but it's an intake form. Once you fill out the intake form, it will bring you to the product page where you get to schedule when your quilt will be finished or when you need it finished. So take a chance, go take a look at it. We're really, really excited about this, and we hope you are too. Okay, so let's get to some fabric today. We are showing you, it's kind of a combination. It's Gardem Jems, but I threw in some other ones that I thought worked really well with this line. So we're kind of doing a combo deal here. So let's go to the overhead and let's get started. So here we have a, this is by P&B. This one is not part of the Gardem Jems collection, but it goes so well with it, I had to include it. And you can see these have like squares, like floating squares in there in this really beautiful green. And then we have another green here with, looks like little ovals on there. Great little geometric design. And we have this really awesome, like, it looks a lot like graffiti or splashed like paint on a canvas in the greens, blues.
That looks.
Isn't this cool? And it looks really cool on screen because the blue just pops with the lighting. It's so awesome, isn't it?
I got to be honest, it's a little weird to me.
Oh, no.
I love the color. I love the colors. I love those vivid colors. As you guys say, it's poppy.
It's poppy, yep.
I don't know, the design is making my eyes.
Well, here's the thing. So when you see prints like this, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because when you see a print that's got a lot going on in there, you're seeing it as a very large piece of fabric. But when you quilt or you cut it up, you're not seeing that in that large piece. You're seeing it in a smaller piece. So really, you're going to get a lot more movement in this piece, and you're not going to be as overwhelmed by it because you're going to be using it in smaller pieces. So it's actually a really good point you made. Look like Octavia. They do, they do. So then we have this very beautiful watercolor print in this blue floral. It's got blues and like these really light lavender colors in here. And I know you guys are thinking, what in the heck is happening here? But it will make a lot more sense when we get everything out there. And then we have this ditzy floral print. Again, this has blues and greens and some yellows in there. This would make really great in your quilt. We have I'm with you. So we have this really cute purple lavender with these sweet little flowers. And this would be great actually on the back. Like if you can't handle it in the front of your quilt, you throw that on the back and it's like this big, huge surprise, which I love to do. Here's that oval print in a purple with like a light aqua or teal color. This one is my favorite, and I have a feeling that it is going to be others. This beautiful ombre. Let me open this up all the way. Purple with these beautiful colors in there. I just love everything about this one. And then we have this oval again in the fuchsia and the purples. So it's bringing all of this together. And then we have this awesome, again, the like a watercolor print. Now we're bringing out these beautiful pinks with a little bit of coral and yellow, which is really nice because you can actually take this and go either towards like a purple with the pink, or you can do the blues with the greens. So you can kind of go in different directions if you want.
I like that one.
Yeah, isn't this pretty?
Mm-hmm.
And then
that's really good, that one.
We have this other ditzy floral like the blue, but now we have the white or cream background. And then we have like what looks like a basic, it kind of has like an oval print. Let me see if I can get that. Oh, there we go. Yes, I love the ombre too. So this is a very light pink, possibly closer to like a lavender in there. The white or cream background. And then we have the small floral print with the white background to go with that. So these actually you could use as backgrounds with that really small print. Once you cut it up, it'll just give it a little bit of movement. And like always, almost looks like a carnation. It does. I feel like it's, yeah, maybe, or rose. I always pick some fabrics to go with it. So here is the pull. I love showing you guys what this looks like all together, and it really pulls in all the different fabrics we have there. So let's look at this individually. So we have a Bumbleberry's Light Lavender. I think this is actually a new Bumbleberry color that we have, and it goes so well with, it really pulls in that lavenderish purple pink color. And then Floral Elements and Iris. I loved how this went with this. Mm-hmm. Runner Bean, thank you. Welcome to the show.
Welcome, Runner Bean.
So we have that beautiful art gallery fabric, and then we have Retro Stitch in the powder, and this is a newer basic to us. And this was pulling in the blues, a little bit of the aquas. There's a little bit of some texture. There's texture in there, but there's also a little bit of a variation in color. And then we had Spotted Regatta. So now we're going to bring you some blue. Kind of try to give you a little bit of everything so that you could, all of this could be put in a quilt, or you can take it and separate it. Floral Elements Cobaltic. And this one is blue, but there's just a tiny bit which leans a little bit towards the purple, so it definitely helps bring in some of those colors.
Say that word again.
Cobaltic.
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 Wow.
I probably am butchering it, but that's what it looks like to me.
I've never heard it. I've never heard it, but as soon as you said it, I knew exactly what you're
right, like cobalt, but it has like an oceany look to it, right?
Love it.
Grunge raspberries. So we're going to pull in all of these beautiful fuchsias and pinks. This one, it might be a little stretch, Provisions Crimson, but it goes so beautifully with this print here, and I think it would add such a great dimension to the quilt. So I picked this one, Provisions Crimson. It's a little pink, it's a little bit of red in there. We have to have some yellow, so we have a Bumbleberry Sunshine Yellow, and I actually think this might be a new Bumbleberries too. It's so beautiful. I love the different tones. We do have the best blenders. That's why I love going and like picking fabric, because it's so fun. We have the best stuff. And then I have All of You Spotted Fresh Grass. So had to add, I felt like we needed to have like an in-between color in here, so I added that one. And then we always have to have backgrounds or something to kind of tame it down. And I love adding like a really dark color. So I picked a Shadow Play Black Beauty. So it's very black, but it has, it's really hard to see, but there is some tones and textures to it. It would be beautiful as an accent or a background. And then of course we have to have Dry Brush White on White, which goes really well with the whites in this one. And then I went a little gray, Dry Brush Silver. So it plays with the white, but it has just a tiny texture of gray to it. So just a different tone there. So that is our pull. These fabrics right here are not included in the sale. I always try to show you guys some different fabrics that you can pull from or add to your collection. So now let's talk about the projects. So Mr. Shayde, behind you, you have a tailor. So I picked tailor because I thought this fabric would be beautiful with it.
It is.
Yeah, you could use these big floral prints. You're going to see those floral prints. You can add the basics that go with it. It's just a really fun quilt that I think does go well with this fabric. And then I also thought Velocity would be really fun. And this is where I thought that black. If you use the black with all of these really bright colors, how cool would that look in there? So that's Velocity. And then I'm going to show you another version of Velocity. So let me just fold this up quick. And I picked this one because of the bright colors, but also it just gives you a different tone in between. So you could use a white or you could use a gray. So you could go a little bit darker gray. You know, Jennifer, we don't have a master list, but if you go onto our website, I think you can actually sort by our blenders and see what is available on there. So here is Velocity with the bright colors, and then you could use a different one for the accent. If you pull up, can you pull up that one picture for me so they can kind of see it close up?
Which one?
The one with the chair in front of it next to the long arming picture. Keep going to the right, left, or whatever. Right there. Perfect. So here's the same quilt. I just wanted to show you what it looks like fully open, and it's so cool. Just love everything about it. Also, you guys, I'm pretty sure, and I might be mistaken, so I should check my facts, but there's a video on this one too. So you might want to check out our video classes. The next one I want to show you, if you go to the overhead, is a little Nelly. So I feel like this has kind of been the mantra this year, is getting smaller projects and getting them quickly. Again, this is Strip and Dip. Barb is a really good one. I actually almost picked that one to show, and I thought, oh, I've showed that one a lot because I love it. Again, you could use the black in your background with all the different colors in here. I actually have, if you want to show behind me, I have a little Nelly right there. In a dark background with the blues. So I wanted you to see what a dark background would look like versus something a little bit lighter. And then we have a little Mia, which I thought would go really well. I love this because you can see the variegation. It looks like we kind of did a little bit of a like a ombre kind of effect where we have the lighter colors on the end, the darker colors in the middle. So it's just another way of playing with the color. You can pick one side if you want to do more purples and pinks. You can focus on that, or you can mix them up. So that's a little Mia. And I've done the big Mia, and it's so awesome. And then I always like to have a quilt as you go, and I thought this one would be really fun. So you could do a light background, or I love that we use the color in this one, so you could pick like that purple ombre as a background, but then you would want to pick like the blues and the greens to kind of go with that so that they pop out. So whenever you're using a background, you just want to make sure that your other fabrics are either bright enough or light enough so that they actually stand out and don't blend into the background. So this is a quilt as you go. It's called Which Way. And I thought this was really fun because you got all these little, can't remember what they call these, little triangles on there. So that's called Which Way. Do we have any questions? Yeah, I love this one. Do you have any questions?
Let's see. Guys, you got any questions out there in quilting land?
If not, we will just show this beautiful rendition of all the fabrics. Let me just move some of these out of the way so you can kind of see. So this is a P&B Textiles called Gardem Jems, and you can see all these awesome blenders that go with it.
I'm sure somebody's got to have a burning question.
Yeah, burning question.
It's just
but
burning
if they don't, we're going to talk about what's coming up. So what is new and what is coming up this week? We've actually had a really busy live show week because tomorrow we have Perfect Pair with Kara and Nancy. So that's really exciting. They come on once a month, so they'll have some really awesome stuff to show you guys. And then Friday, Gudrun and Mr. HP will be back. They always have, there's always something new and exciting happening here.
Always.
We got lots of new stuff coming. So then they'll be back again on Tuesday next week. And then you will see me for One Yard Wednesday next Wednesday with some more fabric for you. So if we don't have any questions, we will conclude our show. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday mornings with me. I love that I get to share my passion for fabric with you and give you a good deal. And we will see you next week.